Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video and welcome new subscribers. Thank you to all of you who have just taken the time to like my channel, like my videos. Like, I really appreciate it. Y'all already know how this YouTube stuff works. And I am holding my phone because it be doing its own thing, being ghetto, trying to fall, embarrassing me. Sometimes I push through and been like, so sorry guys, but I really do hate when that happens. And I haven't quite found a stand that I like that works in my car the way my, like, I guess dashboard is set up, and the way like these clips clip onto your vents and stuff. It's just no. And ever since I changed my case, I've had cases that like have stood up better, but this new one, it just likes to just keep on sliding. So I'm coming from a lunch date. And, you know, there's a lot of rules out here. There's a lot of advice out here. But for me, even though a lunch date wouldn't necessarily seem like, oh, it's all that, you know, I really do reserve dinner dates for, like, someone that, like, okay, I've gotten to know you a little bit. You know, we've been doing this for a good month or so. Now you can have my nighttime, because those evening hours when you're a mom, those are precious times. That's dinner time. That's homework time. That's like I'm trying to unwind and do my face mask or read or veg out on YouTube. Like that's my personal time in the evening. So I don't necessarily always give that to everybody. I don't mind a good lunch date somewhere nice because my girls are in school, so I know they're good, they're occupied, and you know, we can just go from there. And then I can put a hard cap on it, because like 2 hours max of eating and talking and drinking, you know. And even when I'm really enjoying myself and the conversation's flowing and they're really interesting and I'm like really, you know, like okay, you know, still 2 hours max, unless we're getting into something afterwards where we're going to leave that restaurant and go to karaoke or go see some live music or something. Hold on, let me back it up. Y'all know how it is with these car rider lines. We gotta get in position. That's what I'm doing. But anyway, enough about that. That's just my little tidbit, because this is kind of like an update too, not because anyone cares, but because I hope that this will help someone out there. You know, actually just a couple days ago, the last 2 videos I uploaded are older videos. I almost quit YouTube. I really was about to crawl under a rock. And I was like, you know what? That's not practicing what you preach. That's not being authentic. That's not being, you know, a lot of times I feel like when we show up on social media, when we connect with friends and family, we always want to have it all together. We always want to be like, I'm doing good, never been better. And I think telling ourselves that is helpful to keep us motivated. You know, fake it till you make it. And I don't think that everyone deserves to, or should be privy to your private information, like, you know, all of the things that you're working through, setbacks, little trials, little humps in the road, bumps in the road, whatever. I'm not saying that, but I do think it's important to monitor how you then choose to navigate after tough news, things not working out like you want, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So just a little background, y'all know I've been harping on this house. I'm buying a house. So when I got my pre-approval or my pre-qualification, because they're not the same, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. There's a slight difference. One is more official than the other. But anyway, I got the number. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? In this market, in this zip code, what am I going to do with this? So it wasn't a no, but it wasn't a yes. And I was like, all right. So what the lenders ended up telling me were my options to raise the number. I want $300,000, $400,000. That's what I want. I don't want to move 2 hours out to afford what y'all trying to give me, or like afford what I want. I'm also not trying to be house poor. So there's a difference. You know, we've got to really be mindful of what is happening when things happen. And I had to take the emotion out of it. I had to take you know, I gotta be a homeowner, and how much home ownership means to me, and what I'm trying to do, and why I'm trying to do, and all these other things, and look at the bigger picture. Okay, I have so many streams of income. I'm looking at this number per month, plus utilities, plus taxes, plus home insurance, plus the HOA. Are you really ready like you think you're ready? And these are humbling conversations that you have to ask yourself. And, you know, so when I had to go back to the drawing board and get my paperwork, get my house in order, as they say, get my paperwork in order, you know, go back to the drawing board again and not look at it like, oh, I'm done and this is all there is. No, what can I do? How can I improve? And how can I strengthen my buying power? And, you know, what is it going to take? I see it as a challenge. I see it as like, all right, I'll be back in 3 months, 6 months, however long it's going to take me. And I don't know if that's a Virgo thing or it's a determination thing or it's a audacity thing, a confidence thing, or like, okay, like you ain't said nothing but a thing and a chicken wing thing. I don't know, but I wanted to share that because for just a split second, I was like, oh shit. Because see, I done ran my mouth and said, I ain't written. I done ran my mouth and said, I'm buying a house. I done ran my mouth and said, and all those things can be true. Do I want to rent indefinitely? No. Is renting all bad? No. Do I want to rent at the top of the budget? No. You know, do I need to explore other options? Yes. Have I always kept an open mind about everything? Yes. Is it well within my power to create and still manifest and move toward my goal in 3, 6, 9 months? Yes. Are the banks telling me no? No. So I'm sharing this to lend a perspective of I'm not about to get on here and show this like fairy tale. It happened overnight. It was just so seamless and nothing wrong with that. But I think a lot of influencers, content creators, and people skip over the grind. Skip over the character building, skip over the grit. Again, not that anyone needs to be in your business, not that you owe anyone an explanation, and not that we should all clap at someone's struggle. Yay, she had to try 3 or 4 times. Yay. But I do think it helps as far as relatability goes, transparency goes, if you are in a space where you want to inspire, you want to help others, and you know that real life is not cookie cutter. You know real life is not a straight line. You know that it has curves and hills and valleys and mountains and dips and weaves and bobs, but you are still well on your way. And I had to get out of my emotions when I heard my 2 lenders, because they advise, try at least 3 lenders. Try your bank. Now, my bank hasn't gotten back to me yet because I didn't finish uploading certain documents. But the 2 lenders that I went with, they told me 2 very different roadmaps of what I needed to do to get where I want to be. But they all had options. They were all solution oriented, and they were not a no. Why do I share this? Because in any aspect and point of your life, you can then decide when you get a setback, when you get news that is not what you wanted to hear, when you don't get the job, okay, when you don't get whatever it is that you are aiming for, you don't take that as end all be all. What you do is say, and they might not even volunteer this information, or they might not even be anyone to ask, okay, so in order to move forward with my goal, what is it that you need to see? What is it that I need to do? What blah, blah, blah. You might need to get real creative, get real open-minded, and be like, if there's a will, there's a way, and I'm going to make it a way, okay? I'm sharing this because it's not overnight necessarily. It's not always, oh, all I had to do was journal and think about it and I got it. Yes, it can happen, but sometimes it takes the due diligence, the perseverance, the patience, the knowing that if this doesn't come how you want it in this package, in this particular form, at this particular time, in this particular way, that can only mean there's something better. And what you think you want is not the best for you. Come on now. Come on, somebody. We in church now. Think about that. If you had to, and I heard this said, I'm going to reiterate, I'm going to borrow this one. If you could choose to have what you want now or have way better and way more later, which one would you choose? And so what did I do? I went back to the renting drawing board. Living with family has been great. And I want to make a separate video about kind of determining what works for you, because everything don't work for everybody. I'm gonna tell you, living with friends and family can test your relationship, can test your patience, It can, it's limited space. You might be on a time frame. You might not even want to test that relationship because living with people is very intimate. Point blank, period. And it can try the best of relationships. Do you want to, is your saving goal that important and going to get you where you need to be versus testing that friendship? Because there are a lot of things that I would suggest you pre-talk about. I did not go into this sitting my uncle down and saying, what about this? What about that? Only to come find out he's very particular. He's been a bachelor I don't know how long, and he has no hair, so he doesn't run any water, and he doesn't use hardly any utilities because he's a man. He doesn't need light. He doesn't need water. He doesn't need heat. He doesn't need these basic creature comforts. Okay? Here come 3 women in his house, switching it up, changing it up. We cold. We can't see. And it has turned his whole household upside down. Now, from December to now, what are we going into March? I've done what I needed to do. It has done what look, we're good. I've had enough time to make up my mind, make some decisions, move things around, try to pre-qualify, pre-approval process. I've saved some money. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay? Because, no. But you don't know that just, oh yeah, sure, thanks for offering, I'm moving with you. Now experiencing that, I would suggest to anyone, ask certain questions. Sit down and talk about it all. Do you expect me to pitch in? Do you have an issue with this? Are you a neat freak? Do you want me to help out with what are the parameters of this living arrangement? Okay? The second thing is, if you're going to rent, and though I know I was coming down hard on the renters, not in a negative way, but again, I know I was unwilling to pay mortgage prices for rentals. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, $2,300, $2,500, absolutely not. Now that is throwing money away to me in my situation. To someone else, it could be like, that's nothing but a thing in a chicken wing. That's my saying today. Nothing but a thing in a chicken wing. But what I did do was consider a much cheaper rental. This rental is $1,675. That I can do. Okay? That I can do. It's a cute little cottage set back in the woods. Not really in the woods. Well, it feels wooded. It's got a big backyard, fire pit, pergola. It's very cozy. And I'm thinking about it. Oh, and it has a detached garage where I could put my stuff in storage. Because I have 2 storage units. One from my rental property and one from the items that I brought from the house that I had with my ex-fiance. So I'm like, not bad at all. That I can do. That was cheaper than what I was paying in Fredericksburg for a 3-level townhouse. Okay? And no water bill, just the well. So, not to shit on renters or renting, there's nothing wrong with it. But I do recognize that renting can allow you the flexibility needed to make these major decisions. Because once you're in a mortgage, you're in a mortgage. Okay? You got to decide if you're going to do an arm, a leg, a thigh, a kidney. You got to decide if you're going to do fixed 30 years, 15 years. You got to decide where, when, how. You got to make sure that it's your dream house and it's not something you just settle for, because it's nothing worse than saying, I'm going to get a fixer-upper and get in there, it ain't fixed nothing. And the house is just, you're paying top dollar, but the house is so outdated. And it's got that ugly, hideous wood paneling and these outdated bathrooms and this horrific kitchen and floor wallpaper. And you've already been in it 9 months, but you can't afford to do anything else. You keep saying you're going to fix it up, and the time is ticking. It is what it is. Who wants to live like that? If you allow yourself the patience and the, okay, I know it's coming, the knowing, the sheer confidence of like, my dream house, you write your list, you write your criteria, you write your area, you write what's important to you. Is it the schools? Is it the trails, the parks and recs, amenities? Is it a community that has, pool, playground, things like that, sidewalks? Is it shopping? Is it the grocery stores? Do you need a Whole Foods, or are you okay with Dollar General? I mean, you gotta look at the street view, you gotta look at the crime rate, you gotta look at all this stuff. You got to even be more so open. When I expanded my search beyond the area, the zip code that I was trying to keep my girls in, I was like, this is $100,000 difference. That's the thing that killed me. Once I opened my eyes to the next county over, back in Virginia, I was like, damn, I keep harping on this Maryland thing, but Maryland is really overpriced. But I'm not giving up. But what's important to me? What do I want? What we talking about? And you know how I am about my babies. I have been keeping them informed and just kind of in the loop of my thought process, like, girls, consider this, consider that, because this is what mommy's been working on. This is what I've been trying to do, because I want the best, but I'm willing to wait for the best. Okay? So would I consider renting for under market value? Yes. Would I enter into a 6 to 9 months lease? Yes. Do I still want to buy? Yes. Is that still something that's very close to my heart? Yes. But I'm not going to let okay, we got some work to do. We gotta relook at the numbers for what you want. We got to do some things. Look, you can get somebody to pre-qualify with you. You can bring a whole bunch of cash. You can go get a salary job. What were my other options? Or you could settle with what we're giving you. And submit some better paperwork, not better paperwork, but stronger paperwork, redo some things, you know. And that's always the loophole with self-employment, right? Like figuring out your deductions and your take home versus owing too much versus proving that you do make what you make. And that's a learning curve. And that's also part of me being doing my due diligence, because my tax preparer, I have been committed with for the past 3-4 years. So I trust him. Whatever he put on there is what he put on there. But now I got to look back at some things. Like, hold on now, baby. Hold on now. What we doing? You know? Lord, run my mouth. Don't have my baby sign. Hold on. I do this every time. So, yes, I almost quit YouTube because I was like, look at you talking all this stuff. But I truly do believe in what I share on my channel. I believe that there is power in writing your own story. I believe that what you say you want is well within your right to have. You deserve it. No ifs, ands, and buts. I do not believe in setbacks. I do not believe in closed doors unless it's a relationship with red flags. I do believe that with perseverance, you can attain, with time and strategy, okay, and intention and all those things, you can create the life that you want. She's reading my baby's name on the paper. And because sometimes I have to shout out the window like, this is how you pronounce her name. But anyway, so, you know, and I only was going to quit because it's like, what more do I have to say if I continue to just tell people, don't give up, because I'm not giving up, because I'm still here and I'm still trying, I'm still pushing forward. You know, don't give up if you break up with someone. Don't give up if you're a single mom. Don't give up if you blah, blah, blah. Don't give up. Is that overplayed? Is that overdone? Because I think what's popular in the world of YouTube and social media is people that have already done it. They've got the houses, they've got the cars, they've got the man, they've got the family, they've got the vacations, they've got the this, they got the that. But what's different about me is that I'm just as confident, just as satisfied, just as happy and secure. If this person will get up here, oh my God, I don't have road rage, please. I really don't. I don't have road rage. I'm just as confident and secure in myself as an individual, as a mother, as a woman, as a content creator, to say that, okay, you know, I ain't there yet, but I'm on my way. That's what I put in my community tab. I'm on my way. Be a part of this journey with me. It's no magic here. It's no like overnight success story, get rich quick, I make, you know, 6 figures in a month blogging bullshit. Like, no, it took me X amount of years. Okay, it took me dating these type of individuals that gave me X amount a month, that lended and gave and supported my lifestyle. Okay, if any one of them wants to propose, I'll gladly accept another ring and see where it goes. Like, it's not that complicated. But I'm not going to let it didn't happen overnight truly impact me to the point where I'm like, now I can't show up and now I can't I can't be me. I can't show up. I can't, you know, because I have to. And so that's what I wanted to share about being transparent. That's what I wanted to share about being authentic. And, you know, even if you're not a content creator, maybe you just post on Instagram or you have Facebook and, you know, you're just connected to your friends and family. It's no one's business. It's not a competition. But don't let everyone else's timeline, success, and all those things deter you from staying on your path and feeling like you're behind in any way. At 34, and I only qualify for $250,000, and that's not gonna cut it in this part of Maryland because most of the houses are 400 plus. I'm not gonna let that like devalue me or take away from my self-worth, my self-love, my self-confidence, all those things, okay? Just for a split second, I was like, don't nobody else want to know what you have to say. But I'm like, but I do. I have a lot to say. Sorry. I have a lot to say. I have a lot more to do. So we're going to put a time mark on this. So if this video is up in the next 3, 5, 10 years and I'm talking about this and talking about that, no, I did not just pop up on the scene and have it all together. I said I was going to get it, and in due time I got it. You know what I mean? Helicopter rides, helicopter tours, dates, traveling, whatever. Like, it ain't today, but it can be tomorrow. Money and assets and wealth building and stability and soft life and more self-care, more self-love, and, you know, work-life balance and all these things. Working toward it. You know, constant. I'm opening the water, I ain't drinking and fooling with the top. So, I did want to get on a beat and share that, like, you know, we out here, as they say, and we're gonna keep going. I can't wait to show you all this little cottage, whatever you call it. It's cozy. You know, when they say cozy, it's tiny, but I don't need a whole lot of space. And home is where the heart is. We're gonna do what we do, and I'm gonna try all these little renter-friendly hacks. My sister is an interior designer. I'm gonna be wearing her to death, trying a whole bunch of stuff, and I take you along on that journey because I do believe that no matter where you're planted, you deserve to have nice things, pretty things, whether it be temporary or not. I don't care. And I said that before. It could be a studio efficiency. It could be 300 square foot. People be making all kinds of things work. Then they be doing little home tours. I mean, people be living in sheds, buses, trail. I mean, people get real creative. So I know how to pull a space together now. You know, and living with family rent free has served its purpose. It did what it needed to do, and yeah. So until the next one, thank you for watching. Good luck to you, and do not forget to schedule your self-care and your self-love, and I'll holler at you in the next one. Peace. Bye.